here's my Pacific Coast PC800. I'm gonna add a little display for the voltage. Got it in my little glove box here. Picked it up off of Amazon. I think it was 17 bucks. So it'll show you the voltage of your battery, but it also gives you that USB-C and the regular USB so that you can charge your phone. I recently just put this RAM mount on here, and it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. I'm gonna mount this thing somewhere. I might go right here where the speakers go. I'm not sure yet, but I want it close so that I don't have to have a super long cable coming out of the bottom of my phone. So I'm thinking I might actually install it in the little glove box. Heck, I could even just have it floating around in there. And then the cord, people say it can just kind of come up. As you shut this, it's not super tight, so you can get your cord to kind of come up there and just come right up here to the phone. So that's what I'm going to try to do. They gave me a bunch of cable here to run it. So I keep hearing rumors that there's a pigtail underneath this seat here. So I'm going to check that out, see what I can do. I know the first thing to do is release the seat, or the trunk, sorry. And then there's two bolts back here. 1, 2. You got to remove those and then the seat will pop off. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll go from there. All right, they're 12 millimeter. So now I think you're supposed to kind of start to let this down. Well, let me see. Let me push up. Okay. Yeah. I think it's going to be a two-handed thing. Ah, success. This piece is wedged under another piece. So you have to wiggle it. That wedge is under here, and so you have to just keep pushing back on it until it just barely clears, and then bam, it clears and you can pull it forward. So not super easy, but not terrible. All right, let's see what we have in here. This is crazy. Why is there so much to remove? Man. Well, and I know this one's supposed to just pull out. Ah, there we go. Cool, okay. So I know some people talk about just wiring it straight into here. I don't know. I was gonna look for that pigtail that they say is under the seat. Or do they just mean something right here? Maybe they do. Ah, maybe that's it. They say it should be capped off. Well, here's the cap. Yeah, that might be it. So I guess I'll hook that thing up and put the leads in there and just see if that's it before I start ripping tons of body panels off. Okay. So I plugged the red or the hot into the left side and then the ground into the right side. And then let's try to prop this guy up a little bit. So when I turn the key on, there we go. So that's your switched. And then if you take the red up to the top, there's your straight to battery not switched. So if you leave it on, your battery's gonna run dead. So I'm gonna hook it up down at the bottom and have it switched with the key so that I don't have to worry. I've decided what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attach some spade connectors on here, hook it into there, run it underneath to here, to up, inside that guy, and I'm gonna mount the thing right here, just on the outside of it. I think that'll look nice, and with my windscreen being so tall, it'll probably still be pretty much protected from weather anyway. And then as rain gets in here, there's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom to let it out. But this thing also has a little cover. So it's protected. It'll be fine. Got my Harbor Freight hole saw kit. So I'll just use this to cut through the plastic. And then I'll add some spade connectors, run that wire. It should be good. Shouldn't take too long. First, I'm just gonna see if I can fish this through into the right spot. And before I start cutting and all that, because if I can't, I might come up with a different idea, but I don't want to remove all these panels if I don't have to, so I think I can wiggle around in there maybe. All right, going right in the middle there, right about there. Got the hole saw all set up. Got it. All right, nice. Yeah, I had it on that first 1 speed. Realized it was going way too slow. So I'm gonna pick off all this nasty bird plastic here that's there we go. Take a little sandpaper. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna check it out first without that little rectangle on it. Let's see if it looks okay just like this. I think I like that. And you can see there's plenty of room for it as it closes. So I'm just going to make another hole right up here from underneath. Well, I guess I'll make the hole from above. Ha! Makes a lot more sense, right? Okay, so I've got a couple of these little connectors. So I'm gonna feed the wire up through the hole that I just drilled. Come on. There we go. I got this wire off of an old hair grooming set. So it's not your typical car stereo wiring or anything. All right, take a little bit off the end there, twist it. This one's a little bigger. Let's see if I can double over on itself. And I think that'll help it have a little bit more room to bite on that. All right, I think those are holding a lot better. All right, the writing is going to be the negative. Oh, that works great. Nice. So now I'm gonna come down to this part, and I basically have to put a couple of the spade connectors in there. So once again, I come back to my handy dandy Harbor Freight cheapy. If anything messes up on this, I will go buy some real connectors. Actually, I'll just have my dad do it for him. He's got all the right tools. He can do the expensive ones that connect them better. But you know what? There's not going to be any movement here. I'm going to zip tie some of these down, and there's going to be rattling, but it's not going to be like tweaking on it, so it'll be fine. All right, just cut the ends off the wires, twisting them. Oh man, it's my day. And I know some people are gonna give me some great comments on how amazing that looks. You know what? I think it'll work. And like I said, if it doesn't work, I'll redo it. It's easy enough to get to. They're strong. All right, the writing is the negative. So those are connected. Here it is. Let's turn the key on. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it says 11.8. It's a brand new battery, 11.7. Anyway, I didn't bring anything out here right now that can test to make sure those are working, but look, it lights up. And then when the key's turned off, it turns off. So that's how you can do it. When people talk about the pigtail that's capped, it's this thing. So I'm gonna pop these back out, and I'm gonna get some electrical tape just around them to make them look a little nicer. Because I know some of you out there are freaking out right now that that doesn't look perfect. But anyway, the rest of it, I'm gonna keep the extra wire and I will zip tie it. I'll find a nice spot where it's not gonna rub on anything too much. And I will zip tie it and we'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. Hope it helped.